Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button, drop a comment below, put some Coach K full court pressure on that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I go live or upload a video to my YouTube channel. Now, I was just live, and for some goddamn odd reason with YouTube, I was having technical issues and I had no idea. So I was just rambling at the mouth, thinking I'm talking to somebody. In hell, I ended up not even having material to post to my page. So I'm back at it again with my thoughts on the breaking news that just took place. And before I say what I got to say, I just want to say this. They should call me James because I'm going hard in this bitch. Yes, sir, indeed. James Harden has been traded in a 14 deal to the Brooklyn Nets. The Rockets received Victor Oladipo, Dante Exum, Karukos, I'm not going to try to pronounce his first name, 3 Brooklyn first rounders, the 2022 pick, 24-26, 1 Milwaukee first round pick of 2022 unprotected, 4 Brooklyn first round swaps, 21, 23, 25, and 27. God damn, that's a lot of picks. And the Nets obviously received, they should call me James, aka Pepperjack, as I love to call him. And the Pacers were in the mix. They received Karis LeVert. Ooh, that's going to hurt, y'all. I don't know if I like the Nets getting rid of him. I really don't know that. And a second round pick. And then the Cavs, who was the last team in the mix, received Jared Allen. Ooh, and Taurean Prince. Damn. I'm not too sure if I'm okay with this deal, y'all, because I feel like one of the best things about the Brooklyn Nets was their depth, their versatility with the components that they had coming off the bench with Joe Harris and Jared Allen and Taurean Prince and Karis LeVert. And you got rid of 3 of those guys for James Harden. And that's not to say that James Harden is not worth it, because my God, he is an MVP candidate. But god damn, and then you gave up so many first round picks. So this move right here just states to me that it's win now for Brooklyn. They don't have time to wait because these dudes are in their early 30s with Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. And speaking of Kyrie Irving, you guys already know where I stand with Kyrie Irving. And now it is being reported that not only was this motherfucker at a birthday parties, his sisters, granted, I get it, I understand it, but he was cutting the rug and doing the hokey pokey, just looking like he was having a great fucking time. Mind you, Kevin Durant has busted his ass to come back from an Achilles injury. Kevin Durant decided to forego going to the Lakers, the Clippers, staying in Golden State to go join his bestie in Kyrie Irving, who did everything he could in his mama to recruit him. And then now all of a sudden, we're 10 games in and Kyrie Irving is having a motherfucking meltdown yet again. But the man doesn't look miserable enough for me because he's out partying. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with Kyrie Irving? And I normally don't do this because I really don't like to give other people clout on my show, but I got to big up Stephen A because I don't normally agree with anything he says, but I agree with him on this point. Kyrie Irving should just go ahead and retire. Just go ahead and retire. If you can't make up your mind on whether or not you want to play, if you want to suit up, if you're depressed, or if you're happy. I mean, I swear to God, I've said this before, y'all. I love Kyrie Irving to death, but he is like a fucking woman on her cycle. You don't know what you're going to get. 1 minute he's cool, the next minute he's upset. I mean, you would think he was pregnant. And shout out to Robert in the chat. He said, do you think KD regrets? Absolutely. I feel like KD is a fool for leaving Steph Curry, even though I wanted him to, because the hater in me, if you guys don't know this or not, I don't like Golden State. I like Klay Thompson, but that's where it stops. I'm not a Steph fan, but if I were Kevin Durant coming off an Achilles injury, I already knowing the system, I already knowing my way around the organization, you're damn right I would have stayed with Golden State. Absolutely, because an argument can be made besides Tim Duncan and LeBron James that Steph Curry is the most unselfish superstar, yeah, I said it, that the NBA has ever seen. And I stand on it. Steph Curry, I mean, look at what he's doing now. And I predicted for this man not to even make the playoffs, and he's proving me out to be a liar. He's making me look like shit right now. But I did say he was going to be an MVP candidate, and I did have him at number 5 on my top 10 players list going into 2021. And Robert said in the chat, yeah, I saw that too. He should retire. Yeah, he should retire, man. I mean, come on. I mean, how long do the Brooklyn Nets have to coddle you? How long do they have to coddle a grown-ass man? It's not like Kyrie is a fucking teenager. He's in his mid-20s. If you don't know what the fuck you want out of life, then, hey, you need to move on. Get your mind right. Sit down for a little bit. Go to counseling. Go get you a therapist. You got the money. I'm pretty sure the organization will front you the money. At that, go seek some mental health and guidance and come back ready to ball. Or if not, then retire so we can get you out the books. I would have a long, hard talk with Kyrie Irving and his folks are like, look, what the fuck do you want to do? What the fuck do you want to do, man? I mean, because, hey, let you tell him when you was in Boston, you wanted to be here all alone. You recruited Kevin Durant. Now you're upset with the hiring, allegedly, of Steve Nash, a fucking future Hall of Fame player. This man is upset that they hired Steve Nash. Now, does that even make any sense, y'all? Does that even make any sense? I mean, who else were they going to hire? I guess Mark Jackson. I don't know, Tyronn Lue. I mean, who in the hell did Kyrie Irving want? Because hell, I can't even say Tyronn Lue because he had an issue with him when he was in Cleveland playing with LeBron. You understand what I'm saying? Do you see the pattern here? Do you see the pattern? Doesn't it seem like Kyrie Irving is never happy? And if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I would say, okay, you want to play this dumbass little game? You want to go to parties and shit like that. Don't want to have your mask on. You want to tell reporters that, I just don't feel like playing. You want to do all this bullshit. You don't want to text the head coach and say, hey, I'm not showing up today. My mind ain't right. I got some personal shit going on. Okay, that's cool. We're going to make this deal for James Harden. Okay, so we got major leeway with you. And if you even think about being a disruption in this motherfucking locker room, then guess what? Your ass is out the door. Get out. Get out. Get the fuck out. That's what I would say to Kyrie Irving. And if I'm Kevin Durant, I would be feeling a certain type of way. I would be feeling a certain type of way. But that's just me, because did you not just see what this man did last night? The way that he was dropping draws, fresh off of an Achilles injury. And you guys want to know why I call Kevin Durant Tommy Shepard from above the rim? Because everything he shoots seems like it just goes in. I mean, this man is flawless. He has a jumper. He can take you off the dribble. He can catch alley-oops. He can post you up on the elbow, on the block. He can turn around and just shoot right over the top of you. And oh, by the way, he can blow by you either way. And he's 7 feet tall. And he can shoot from 40 feet. What else is there to say about Kevin Durant? So if you have Kevin Durant along with a James Harden now, hey, I would be shopping Kyrie Irving. I'll tell you this. I would be trying to get in contact with the Washington Wizards, and I would try to go get Bradley Beal. And Robert said, now thinking about it, maybe this is low-key beef between him and K. Absolutely. I mean, from what I'm reading on Instagram, it says, end quote, I'm told Kyrie has been furious at the organization for some time for not giving him more input on the head coaching hire. He was not in favor of Steve Nash. Also, listen to this, Robert, and everybody else that's tuning in, shout out to y'all. His relationship with Kevin Durant has been described as very distant. So again, Kevin Durant is supposed to be your man's. KD, this is the guy that you wanted to come with you whenever we seen that NBA All-Star Game video with the two in the tunnel that they swore up and down that they wasn't trying to talk about joining forces. And then they ultimately came out a few months ago and said, yeah, we were talking about joining forces. Hello, Kyrie. Are you fucking there? This is the same guy that you wanted, the same guy that you said, hey, I can look to my right and say this motherfucker can make this late clutch game shot too. You shitted on LeBron, and look at you now. You're shitting on Kevin Durant as well. Inadvertently, but you're still shitting on him. I don't give a damn what you say. And Kyrie Irving is my second favorite player in the league. But nobody is absolved of criticism on my fucking channel. Nobody. And I stand on that. Because Kyrie Irving is full of shit right now. And he's pissing me off because, to be quite honest with you all, I miss watching him play. I miss watching Kyrie Irving play. And now that he's only been back for what, 10 or so games, not even that, you're already checking out mentally. I mean, you want to talk about the most mentally weak superstar or a collection of them. The Brooklyn Nets have to have them because they're sensitive with the media. And I'm talking about Kevin Durant and Kyrie and James Harden to some degree. And then on the court, we all know that James Harden is labeled as one of the biggest chokers in the NBA. So I'm just very interested to see how this shit all plays out. But it looks like every team got better. I'm pretty surprised that the trade happened so soon because I've said it from the jump. As soon as James Harden come out and say what the fuck he want to happen, then, you know, maybe Houston will look out for him. And I think they did that. Shout out to Houston because they could have traded your ass to Bucharest, especially with the stunts he was pulling about going to strip clubs and not showing up at camp. And then we heard what Boogie had to say. And if you haven't heard what Boogie had to say, let me play this clip. And once again, roll it.
I don't really think that's a question for us. I think that's a question for him. Will he ever need to play with us? I don't know. Quite honestly, don't care.
And when you talk about disrespect, what specifically are you talking about there?
I just feel like it's a way about, you know, handling business. He can feel however he wants to feel with the organization or whatever his current situation is, but the other 14 guys in the locker room got nothing to him. So for us to be on the receiving end of some of the, you know, disrespectful comments and antics, it's completely unfair to us. Like I said, we've done nothing to him. We only showed up to work just like everybody else and came in ready to work. So, like I said, it's completely unfair to the rest of the guys in the locker room.
Stephanie Jones.
Hey, DeMarcus, good to see you. Question I asked Christian earlier, so I'm going to ask you the same thing. Do you feel that this team, the way it's structured now, can be competitive with other elite teams in the league based on what you know you have on your roster?
I do. I believe we can. It's all about just buying in. And I think with the guys we have in the locker room now, I think that's more than capable of happening. So, and besides, there's really no choice. We can't control what's going on with James Harden and the organization and all those other things. All we can control is what we do with our efforts every day we show up to work.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was DeMarcus Boogie Cousins speaking on the James Harden fiasco. And really, he doesn't have to worry about playing with him again because the man has already been traded not even less than 24 hours after saying what he said in the video I posted earlier today. And if you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. Drop a comment below and let me know. Hit that like or dislike button and hit that notification bell. Now, I'm going to be very interested to see what this team does moving forward because, like I said again, they have the ultimate luxury and leverage now that they have a healthy Kevin Durant and a new motivated James Harden in Brooklyn. And if Kyrie Irving wants to still play these little fucking kitty-ass games of not knowing what the hell he wants in life and being depressed one minute and then happy the next, then I would either make him retire or I would trade his ass to try to get some more pieces or replace the pieces that we just shipped out. Okay. For Kyrie Irving. I think that would be the smartest thing to do. But man, I am super excited, as you guys can see. Y'all know James Harden is one of my favorite players to watch. I love watching Kevin Durant, and hell, honestly, I love watching Kyrie. So we're going to see how this all shakes out. But I really do think, okay, what would you say, Rob? Do you think Houston would be sellers at the trade deadline? Because I would like the Warriors to be. Oh, that's a hell of a point right there, bro. I think PJ Tucker would be the next to go because he was already pissed off with the Rockets organization as well because he feels like he's earned another contract and they were very reluctant to give him that. But yeah, I think Golden State can definitely use a team like a player like PJ Tucker. Hell, anybody can use a PJ Tucker. So yeah, that's a hell of a move, and an Eric Gordon, because I think that whole regime, like that whole little, James Harden regime, just needs to go. Just needs to go. They just need to start from scratch, start fresh with John Wall, with Boogie, with Nwaba, with Christian Wood. I mean, the shit that really makes James Harden look bad, y'all, honestly, wholeheartedly, is the team wasn't really that bad. I mean, the team ain't that bad for him to be pulling the stunts he was pulling, but I get it. He wanted out, and he asked to be traded before he even got to this point. But, obviously the Rockets organization was pulling up late to the party, but now I guess the message is clear now. And James Harden got dealt not even 24 hours after he requested publicly to be dealt, Robert. So, but yeah, PJ Tucker in Golden State would be nice, would be very nice. And I'm going to also tell you who Golden State need to try to get to. I'm going to keep throwing the name out there, Bradley Beal. Have y'all seen the tear that this man has been on? Hell, I think he's leading the NBA in points, if I'm not mistaken. And if you combine him with a Steph Curry, oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, I just wanted to come online real quick, man. Try to make this shit short and sweet. To give you guys my 2 cents on the deal that just took place, the 14 deal. And I'm glad it's finally over, so y'all can stop hearing me talk about James Harden this and James Harden that. Will he be traded? Because I've already made so many videos, and honestly, I'm tired of talking about the shit. Now I'm just ready to see how the chemistry comes into place and how they mold and gel together. But once again, I still see the Lakers being the favorite, but then I think the Brooklyn Nets are definitely coming out of the East with or without Kyrie Irving. But let's keep our eyes and ears close to the situation with Kyrie Irving, because remember, you heard it here first. If I'm not telling this dude to retire, then I'm going to trade him if he keeps this bullshit up. Period. I've said it months ago. I would trade Kyrie Irving because he's a locker room cancer. He's the biggest diva in the NBA, and he's had arguably 3 of the most talented teams in the Eastern Conference, and that still wasn't enough to keep him happy. So at this point, I don't know what the fuck you want to do, but I know one thing. I ain't about to be putting up with you because you ain't worth the fucking headache, because you're injury prone, you're 6'2", and you can be replaced now that I have Kevin Durant and James Harden. But once again, this is your boy E Thriller. I'm signing off. I'll be back on live on another time, on another date, on the same fucking channel. Rock with your boy. Be blessed. I'm gone. Holla.